What do I think of the music in this game? I don't know, it's been pretty cool on point. I like the mixture of... They tried really hard to nostalgia fag in this game, and they did a really good job of it. Like, I think a lot of the music has a lot of thematic callbacks to other Doom songs that I recognize. I don't remember the names exactly. It's been... Doom was actually a game that I played, like, as a kid, but only as a kid. Like, I never went and revisited or anything, so I don't remember. My memory isn't perfect, but... What do you call the callbacks to the previous music? Reduxes? I don't know. Callback is, I think, a good enough word. Some people call them musical quotations when you highlight a passage of music in a newer passage of music. Some people would call them, what do you call when you hear a specific thematic part of a song? You call it it's like the academic word for a hook. Oh fuck, what am I thinking of? It has this, that is his thing. Oh fuck, where are my music majors in chat? What's it called when you have like a specific, it's like the academic word for hook. Motif, yeah. You hear like you'll hear like a certain motif that's like, oh, like I would argue like, like that's like kind of like a motif, right, from the first level song that you hear every time you pick up a doll or whatever, you know, things like that. It's just a game, Destiny, not a piece of art. I mean, you could argue that games are a form of art. I mean, I think pretty easily. I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. Games are definitely art. Like, that's easy. I mean, you've got music and artwork involved. I mean, I don't know how you could call it not art. Having thematic motifs, I think, are really important to tie your music together with whatever piece of media your music is for. If you remember, that was one of my big criticisms about the Witcher 3 soundtrack, is that there are no identifiable motifs, you know? Whereas like something that would be like the exact, like a polar opposite to that would be like the Final Fantasy games. Whereas in the Final Fantasy games, like Nobuo, like very specifically has motifs created for like every character. Like every character gets their own like theme. John Williams is also very good with his thematic motifs. Like you can play like an excerpt of a John Williams song and it will instantly call to mind like any particular film that he has worked on. Hold on. Fucking sick. Motifs are also motifs can also be used to really powerful effect when you're trying to call to mind certain things. I could be wrong. I don't think that is that Jedi motif played at any other part in the movie except for when she gets the like when she force grabs the lightsaber or whatever from the dude, then they play the Jedi motif thing. Like that's a really good use. Like this part right here, this is a really good use of a thematic motif to call to mind specific emotions or memories. Right, this right here, this is a really good use of like a motif, right? Because it calls to mind so many other things that this specific motif has referred to. Regardless of whatever you think of the movie or whatever, right? That's a really good use of a motif. Lord of the Rings. I'm trying to remember the Lord of the Rings music. I don't know if it was as much in the Lord of the Rings. How music elevates story. Oh, well, fuck. This guy's probably talking about everything I'm talking about, and now it's gonna sound like I pulled all of my ideas from his.
Elves. It's the theme of Galadriel, who's about to narrate from Galadriel to Bilbo.
Oh, I'm trying to stick to... I guess I'm not sticking to video games, but, Gwyn's piano theme, instantly recognizable. Instantly recognizable. When he transforms here, right? Done with the specific intention of calling to mind your fight with Gwyn in Dark Souls 1. I think, right? Yeah. Yeah, the Metal Gear Solid 4, the final fights, also does the same. Very strong use of music to evoke memories of the past games, right? Every single fight, right? Metal Gear Solid 1's music. Metal Gear Solid 2's music. Or, I'm sorry, we just listened to Metal Gear Solid 2's music. Metal Gear Solid 3 music. The Snake Eater song. Are you saying that reusing assets is a form of art? Oh, wow. I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or not. I think you put the lol face at the end, but I don't think you're being sarcastic. Repetition is a very powerful form of conveying a certain message. When you associate two I don't want to say unrelated things, but when you associate two different things together, let's say that you play a certain song when a certain sad thing happens. When you create an association like that, what it allows you to do is it allows you to take that song, or it doesn't even have to be a song. It could be like an orange in The Godfather or whatever, right? Although I don't know if I like that comparison exactly. But it could be a certain color scheme. It could be a certain thing, right? When you associate something with something else, what it allows you to do is later on in whatever medium you're exploring, it allows you to bring back that second object, whether it's a certain song or a certain piece of art or a style or whatever, and then you can also evoke all of the emotion and everything that came from that first thing that was associated with it without having to do like a flashback, I guess, if that makes sense, right? There's examples in film and games. There's examples of this littered throughout all of fucking everything. I'm sure that like every frame of painting guy could do like a million different things like that. Reuse of music really just stems from laziness on the part of the developers. That was quite the laborers. But these are just whole songs. In the Lord of the Rings video, they highlighted that a motif is just a few notes and can be combined with other motifs. Yeah, sure. Typically, when somebody speaks of a motif, they're not just talking about, well, really never. You're not talking about an entire song. Usually a motif will be like a very small segment of notes. Something like do 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 do. Everything that you play on your ocarina in Ocarina of Time could be considered a motif. No, it's not the Kokori Forest theme. What the fuck am I thinking? Is the theme of? Oh God, why can't I remember it? What is the Is it? It's not serious. It is. Yeah. Like you could say that that's a motif, right? Just that thing right there is a motif. And you could reference that in another song. You could say that, I could find an example. Fuck, we're getting a little bit off.
I thought I'd seen that, then it freedom is to see. Standing before you, I'm just a child, just a bird, learning to
Star Wars motif, right? Really recognizable little things. That would be like more of a use of like a thematic or like some kind of song related motif that you would incorporate in a song would be more. Okay. All right. Anyway.